Hi friends, greeting from Anamo Laboratories Private Limited. In the field of clinical chemistry, we always deal with the issues which are important. Sometimes they are less important. Today we have taken an issue which seems to be a very less important to all of you, but when it becomes a misfiring issue, it becomes the most important. That is clean lab glasswares. That's your pipettes, beakers, etc. etc. Now, what happens is, I would like to narrate a story. When I joined a job, that is the only one job which I had done in my life, 1984. I joined a multinational company where there was urea bertholate kit being used, and they had ammonium ions coming from the cleaning solution. And entire department of R&D was working towards finding out, purifying the chemicals, that the reaction of urease stops after 15 minutes, and which was not happening. For months together, they were purifying phenol, they were purifying sodium nitroprusside, etc. etc. And when I joined, and I said, this is not the problem of your chemicals, it's a problem of your glassware which is not being cleaned properly with the surfactant or the cleaning agent which you are using in the glassware, and the boy which is cleaning is not cleaning it well. Varying degrees of contamination is happening, and which is resulting into your urease reaction being continuously going on after the incubation time is over. So please address this issue, and the problem which was persisting for last so many months got resolved. Apparently nobody bothered to check whether the cleaning solution they were using was good enough or not. So let's take this as an issue which is not important, but it becomes very important when you have a problem. Okay. So clean lab glasswares. Before we go into this, there are two things which I'd like to address first. What is contaminants normally which you need to clean? Okay. The nature of contaminants is chemicals or proteins or fats or other biomaterials. Okay. And they, after using the glassware, tend to stick on the surface and contaminate. Okay. That is the nature of things which we need to remove as in order to clean the glassware. The second thing which I would like to address here is, there are glasswares which are of two types. You have a narrow mouth glasswares or wide open mouth glasswares. Open mouth glasswares don't have much of a problem because you can easily flush with the tap water and get rid of many of them, these contaminants, very easily. But narrow mouth like pipettes, tips, they create havoc, and you need to put a jet of water to flush it through and take the easy detachable chemicals from the pipettes, or else from the using of surfactant solutions, which I'll come later. Okay, so you need to be having a little concentration what type of glasswares you have. Now let's come down to while cleaning the glassware. As I said very clearly, there are 4-5 of material which you need to remove. There are chemicals, protein, fats, biomaterials. These kind of things are easily detachable from the surface of the glasswares, can easily be taken away using just flushing the glassware with the tap water. That's enough. 90% of the cleaning happens there. But in the sensitive assays, we cannot just go by putting a tap water cleaning. We need to take surfactants. The surfactants should be ammonia free. Surfactant as far as possible should be neutral, and as far as possible they should be a polyionic substances like Tritonic 100 or Twin 20, etc. And these are the solutions in which you can keep your glasswares for some time, preferably 5 to 10 minutes, and give a little temperature of around 37 degree warm water, so that all the contaminants which are stuck on the walls of the glasswares get dislodged from the surface and come into the solution. Once this happens, rinse it with the tap water twice. When you rinse it twice, jerking in between, whatever is the remaining of the surfactant gets washed off. That's very easy cleaning, but remember, that's not enough, because your tap water itself is having some kind of a contaminations which they are water soluble, so not much of an issue. But if you rinse this glassware with the DM water, that is demineralized water or RO water, and you rinse it twice, good enough for you to get your glasswares as clean as possible, and you can then thereafter air dry it, oven dry it, or autoclave it as your requirement is of the glassware is. So I hope I've been able to address an issue which is least important as far as we technically are concerned, but most important as far as our results are concerned. I hope I've been able to give you a good amount of data and details about this and importance to this issue. Thank you very much, friends, for watching this video. If you like it, subscribe it, and if you press the bell icon, you will receive notification whenever we launch such new videos. Thank you very much, friends.